Hey there! Are you ready for summer? I know I am. One of my family's favorite summer destinations is Cedar Point. And I know you know this if you're a subscriber because I've done like 3 videos on it recently, but I'm just so excited. The park is full of epic roller coasters and a lot of family fun as well. It's really someplace that people of all ages can enjoy. Please don't mind the noise. My husband's doing some yard work. Before I get into the video, let me take a minute to introduce myself. My name is Trish. I am an ambulatory wheelchair user, and I use this channel to share my day-to-day life with you. If this is your first time here, don't forget to hit that subscribe button. Soon I will go from just talking to Cedar Point to visiting, and I'd love if you came along. Today I am going to give you some tips so that your next trip to Cedar Point is the best trip ever. My first tip is to choose the right rides for your family ahead of time. Before you head to the park, you should decide what kind of experience you want to have. Are you all in for thrills, or do you want a more family-friendly day? Cedar Point has a wide variety of entertainment and rides, and you might get overwhelmed if you don't plan at least a little bit ahead of time. I have a few things you should think about as you're planning. If you do roller coasters, consider starting with a classic. The Blue Streak is towards the front of the park. And if you're a coaster fan, it's a must. It's an old wooden roller coaster. It's a little bit rough, but it's wonderful. It is also chubby folk friendly, which a lot of the rides at Cedar Point are not. Last year, my husband left very disappointed on the day that we went specifically to ride roller coasters because there weren't a lot he could ride. I am 5'6", and last summer, I'm going to say I was like 230 pounds-ish. I'm getting real personal here, but I'm doing it for you because I want you to go in with a realistic expectations. I did not have any trouble fitting into anything. Now, it also depends on how you carry your weight because everyone's different. I did not try Millennium Force last year. This year I am down a lot of weight from last summer, and I don't think I'm going to have any trouble fitting in Millennium Force either. Speaking of Millennium Force, if you really want to test your limits, that is a great coaster. It's not new. It's probably not even innovative anymore, but it is just awesome. I remember riding the first year it opened. It's not for people who get sick easily on coasters or people who are afraid of heights though, because it does have quite the drop. If you are planning more of a family-friendly day, you're going to want to start in Kitty Kingdom, especially if you can gain early entry, because Kitty Kingdom is one of the things open. And then you'll want to move on to Planet Snoopy and then Camp Snoopy. The rides are very similar in both Planet Snoopy and Camp Snoopy, but they're themed a little differently, and my daughter never seems to mind that they're a bit repetitive. The train is also great for small children. Midway Carousel is a classic. We always hit it as soon as we enter the park. If your kids are a little taller, Ocean Motion or Motion Ocean, I think it's Ocean Motion. That one's a hit with my daughter. It makes me sick though. I'm not a fan. When you're planning, don't forget to schedule in a little rest. There is also lots of shows and entertainment to check out, and you won't want to miss those. It's easy to get mesmerized by the rides, but the entertainment is really good as well. My next tip is prepare for a long day. You will want to enter well rested. There is so much to see and do at Cedar Point. It is a massive park. If you're staying at a Cedar Point hotel or have certain passes, you can take advantage of early entry. Now, the whole park isn't open. It's only a few rides, but it is a great way to kind of get riding. One of the things open for early entry is Kittyland, and it is absolutely dead. We have gold passes for our season pass, and that does not have early entry this year, but we are staying at a hotel a few times, I'm sure. So we will be able to check it out then. Don't forget to stay hydrated, because if you get sick, you won't be able to enjoy your day. Before I move on, the last thing you need to do to be prepared for a long day is wear comfortable shoes. Now, if you're like me and you're a wheelchair user, your shoes don't matter. I do still wear tennis shoes though, just to get in and out of the roller coasters and all the rides. But if you're walking, you are not going to want to wear like flip-flops or heels. Get your comfy tennis shoes. Another important part of maximizing your fun at Cedar Point is buying the right tickets. You can just show up and buy tickets. That is the most expensive way to go though. And you also may have to wait in a line to get the tickets, and you got to wait in another line to scan your tickets. It's a waste of time, if we're being honest. Buy them online in advance. Currently, you can save about $25 from getting them in advance. So if you have 4 people, that's $100. If you are headed to the Frontier Festival, which will be starting soon, you can buy a ticket package, which includes your ticket, a 3 tasting card, and parking. And that is only $59.99. So I think that's a really good deal. We are going to get the tasting card this year and show you around the Frontier Festival. I had planned on doing it last year, but we all got COVID and had to stay home. If you are going multiple days, consider buying a season pass. It's often a better value, and there are several types to choose from. I have a whole video about saving money at Cedar Point that I did a few days ago, and I'll link that below. All right, this next tip is not something I actually do, and the reason I don't do it is because we're season pass holders. But if you are only going one day and you want to ride the coasters, buy Fastlane Plus. It's expensive, but it will allow you to ride all the popular rides with less of a wait. Lines can get really long, especially on the weekends. So if you're waiting 90 minutes per ride, you're not going to get everything in. If you are going to get the Fastlane Plus pass, or even the Fastlane Pass, which is less expensive but has less rides available, make sure you do it in advance because they do sell out. Last but not least, you are going to want to make sure you pack everything you need for the day. You're going to want sunscreen. You don't want to end your day with a disgusting sunburn. You're going to want to take it with you into the park if it's hot and you're sweaty to reapply it. You are also probably going to want like a lightweight hat. It's Ohio. There could be excruciating sun and terrible rain in the same day. A lot of people swear by fanny packs. I got a little tiny one this year, and you can take those on a lot of rides, but not every ride. So be mindful of that. The last thing I recommend bringing is a portable cell phone charger. I take one of these everywhere with me when I travel, just like a power bank. You are going to want to record some memories. Even if you're not a vlogger like me, you're going to want to take lots of pictures. So make sure your phone doesn't go dead. There's also supposed to be more places you can mobile order from this year, so we'll see. So there you have it. If you follow these tips, you will be well on your way towards having the most amazing day at Cedar Point. If you have tips for visiting the park, leave them in the comments below. I'd love to hear what you have to say. If you are new here, don't forget to hit subscribe, and I'll see you later.